What's up everyone, I'm Margot Alvarez. Welcome back to my channel. I typically put a lot of content on here in regards to fitness, education, mobility, tutorials, as well as nutrition. Today I'm changing it up a little bit. I'm giving my review of the Sound of Freedom movie that came out on July 4th. If you guys haven't heard about it, please look it up. It is based on a true story about Tim Ballard and him being able to try and save children from sex traffickers. It is a very heavy and hard movie to watch. It is something that I highly recommend. Go watch it. No matter how difficult it is, it brings awareness to a very serious issue that we have going on that has probably been going on for years, decades, centuries. And I think obviously with internet and the availability of social media to be able to hear about what's going on, it has highlighted the fact of what's happening, not only here in the US, but also worldwide. The movie kind of gives a background of Tim Ballard, his position, what he did in his job, and then also tells the story of what he did in his life. Obviously, it's a movie and they have to condense a lot of components of it, but it is a movie that I feel very strongly about watching and recommending, even though how intense or how hard it might be to watch. The first 20 minutes of watching it, it was a great storytelling in terms of giving you the scenario and situation of where they're at, showing kind of behind the scenes of what they had to do to catch the individuals that were putting or selling out these kids. The first 20 minutes, there was also a guy next to me eating Twizzlers, and in my mind, I was thinking, how could you be eating Twizzlers like right now? How could you be consuming a piece of candy and in this luxury cinema watching a story eating Twizzlers? I sat frozen in my seat. The amount of frustration, the amount of anger, the amount of tears, the amount of sadness, the amount of gut-wrenching and heart-wrenching feelings and thoughts that went through my mind and my body, not just in the first 20 minutes, but the entire movie. It was very difficult and very hard. At the same time, I do not want to put my head in the sand and not be unaware. And again, I know it's a movie and they pick and choose pieces to highlight and tell that story, but for me it was very important to go watch it and see what's going on. They highlight the story of Tim Ballard and what he did to try to save two individual children. I don't want to tell the whole thing. I highly recommend you guys go watch it, but seeing the behind the scenes and what they had to do and the sacrifices they had to make with the families and the risks they had to take to be able to save these children, these kids, I think it was very eye-opening, because again, I've kind of heard about it. You hear pieces of new clips in the news, you hear a little bit about it on social media, and I think with social media and with the internet, we've been able to amplify what's been going on, or at least hear about it more. But again, the frustration and the anger and the emotion and the tears that just overcame me, I wanted to be proactive or do something to hopefully share this movie so more people see it. They do at the end of the movie have a QR code, so if you cannot afford to go watch the movie, they allow you to kind of pay it forward. So I'm buying some tickets and the link and the information will be below that you guys can check out. If you can't afford to go see it, those tickets that people purchase and pay it forward, you can go see. Highly recommend, can't stress it enough. As much as I'm emotional and I'm trying to fight it now, putting our head in the sand and not being aware of it and not educating ourselves isn't going to solve the problem. So seeing it, sharing it, and promoting it so other people see and become aware of it is hopefully going to contribute to hopefully getting more kids out of that position. At the end of the movie, they talk about the US being the biggest or one of the biggest consumers of child sex or child pornography. And that's just mind-blowing. Like, how could people out there with a mental sickness in their head have any desire to do this? It makes me want to vomit in my mouth. It's so reputing. Trying not to bawl my eyes out right now. Again, highly recommend watching this movie. It makes me just think, like, if these individuals that are in high power, that have a lot of money, in this position, that bring these kids and take their youth away from them, take their childhood away, take their innocence away, how dare you? It's disgusting. It's heart-wrenching. And as much as I can put all that hate out there, what can I do to bring more awareness to it? Review, I don't know, give my insight, my feelings of how I feel, and hopefully that's relayed through this video that encourages you to go see it and hopefully pay it forward to be able to buy tickets to hopefully help bring more awareness to this movement, to be able to get more kids out of child sex or out of child slavery, any of that. So if you are watching, again, I encourage you to watch this movie, to go to the movies and see this. Be aware, highlight it. If you can't pay it forward, great, amazing. Hopefully other people can then watch that movie and be a little more aware of the situation. If you guys did watch this movie and you want to share your comments, your thoughts, please feel free to leave them below. If you want to give this a share to someone that might find it moving or emotionally charged, to hopefully get them to watch the movie, I encourage you. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, very hard, very heavy movie, very emotional movie to watch, but I'd rather face it and hopefully be able to contribute in a positive way to do something that can help than turn a blind eye and not do anything. Thank you.